at 4 o'clock, December 17th, City Center Advisory Committee. Roll call, please.
Member Meredith?
Yep.
Yes.
Member Lively? Member Howe? Member Fisher? Here. Member Pinelli?
Here.
Sentinel? Member Dustart? Here. Councilmember Duffy? Here. And Mayor Chair Lewis.
You know, we have a full house.
Hello, is this open to the public? Thanks.
And you just arrived at the right time because we're opening the floor for public comments. If you're a member of the public and you'd like to make a comment for items which are not on the agenda. The agenda is going to be talking about our public outreach meeting and review of our master site plan. So, any other comments other than that?
Yes, I'm not really familiar with what's going on, and I should be more familiar. I live right next door
Oh, good.
on Maple.
Okay.
So I wanted to see the proposed plan. Maple? Yeah, I live at 81 Maple next to the reading park.
Good, good, good. Okay.
My name's Dual Goodman, by the way.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
So the next item is the selection of our vice chair. As you know that the vice chair that we had was Rick DeGoya, and when he was elected to city council in November, he had to resign from the committee. In January, the new mayor, which will be seated tomorrow night, will have an opportunity to decide new committee members for committees. And at that point, so there may be new council makeup from this committee. So to elect a vice chair for 1 month, yes.
I'm ready to make a motion that we just put this item over to the January agenda when you know what the council makeup will be.
Good idea.
Is that a good idea?
Do I have a second to that?
Yes.
All in favor? Aye. That's, okay.
You're here today, so we don't need a vice chair.
Right. we don't need this.
Yes, right, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, our regular agenda, December public outreach meeting feedback. Number of us attended, almost all of us attended, right? So, do you want to, do you have a little presentation on that? Or?
You know, I think Cheryl wanted to talk to that.
And
She's on her way.
okay.
She's in transit. And one of the things that kind of break from the agenda, but I thought would be really helpful to do, is if we could all go outside,
Mm-hmm.
walk the site. Gordon and I have laid out the buildings
Okay.
and the site plan on the site, and we can kind of walk you through it and give you a sense of where the proposed buildings are going to be sited, how big they are, the relationship to all the other existing site features, and it might help explain some of the things that we've been trying to avoid and what we're working around, some of the constraints. The other thing you're looking at too is after that public meeting, that night is drawing away, and this is the most updated site plan, and we tried to really pick up on a lot of the things that people were talking about. Location of the courtyard, the garage entrance, creating even a stronger sense of there in terms of the whole design of the central gathering space. Looking at the parking lot layouts to make them even more heavily landscaped and simplify some of the traffic movements. And then also providing what I call a kiss and drop. I was told it's not the technical term, it's a kiss and ride or whatever. But
Not kiss and tell.
Not kiss and tell. At least I got that part right.
So we can make the change from kiss and drop to kiss and ride
Exactly.
on our.
Absolutely, yeah. I might even, I put that in for Steve's edification. More technical, sir, I would probably just say drop off for commuters on the final master plan.
Will the bus go around? And maybe it's too early, because we did hear that
Well,
if
Roseman.
Caltrans,
I thought that
very
was
small
really
bench.
important.
That was
Yeah.
very important.
If Caltrans gives us more service, that they're gonna try to get the schools to let the kids come here again instead of going to Menlo Park, and they have buses and vans that can come.
Yeah, that would be tricky. This one is pretty tight. You need an 80-foot radius to get enough so that you can turn a bus around on this. And then
80-foot radius, 80-foot diameter.
it's, excuse me, 80-foot diameter is what you need.
Well, so maybe if it comes back.
Well, it could come in,
Just let's be, so that
Yeah.
the schools know that vans will work great here, but big buses won't.
well, it won't be able to turn around it, but could it come in Maple and out on Fairway?
Right, you can circulate across the site.
It could do a
Oh, then
one-way
that would
through.
work, yeah.
It just might be a little tight, right? Just,
Right.
yeah, you could reshape that island a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this is, freehand sketching. You also have, that I recommend you bring with you, and if you don't have pens, markers, I've got a bunch with me, that you have an existing site plan too. And this might be, this is for your edification also, and if you want to mark on it some of the existing features, but it's also as a reference, you can see pretty well through the aerial where all the existing buildings are and how the site's going to lay out in relationship to that. But if you want to bring this too, it might help you when you're out in the field, recognize some of these objects.
And you moved, other big changes, the courtyard has moved away from
Exactly.
naked rules of golf as you saw there.
Are we right here?
Oh, you're right there,
It's right
yeah.
here, yeah.
The courtyard is here, over there.
Okay. Wait, is it possible, do you have an extra copy?
Sure, you can have one.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Does anybody need pens? People want pens, anything?
I'm not sure how to do a great job. in
Okay,
here.
I've
You
got
also
really
have a
fat
copy of the
markers.
existing?
The existing is here.
Right.
The nice thing is it's kind of
But I
back
can't
then.
even see the buildings.
Okay.
They're not.
Do you-
Okay.
I have
To show the tree.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll show you the tree.
There you go. There you go. Do you need a pen? I didn't bring.
Can I
Okay,
take
great.
I am going to have to leave at 5:30, and so I would like to be as efficient. The meeting can continue, we'll designate somebody to.
Too bad you don't have a vice chair.
A temporary vice chair.
Maybe we can adjourn at 5:30.
No, that's what she just, that's what she
Just
just
say,
said.
Yeah.
Harry can run.
No, that's what she just said.
All right, all right, let's go.
Harold.
Yeah, we're gonna walk around the site.
I don't.
Oh, you know, I got here really early, I was sitting there at work, and the door was like some little library, and then oh, thank you. Actually, I like this guy. I picked it up 2 summers ago, in Salisbury.
In Salisbury.
Yeah, well, this is the real deal, this is the little dog jacket. And I just loved it, I can't really wear it. It's been cold, it's the holidays, it's perfect. So I happen to have